Hello, good morning, and welcome to Infusionsoft for coaches and consultants. We are thrilled to have you here this morning. It is a beautiful sunny day in Sydney, and we've got the aircon on set inside. I'm with the lovely Lisa McQueen. Good morning, Lisa.
Hello, and hi everybody who's on the call. It's great to see so many people with us today.
Yeah, on this beautiful morning. Now, I just wanted to get you guys to introduce yourselves. So let us know where you're from, what country, what city, what the weather's like where you are. That would be lovely. And to let you know that we have a 10-second delay between us talking and you guys being in the chat box. So I apologise if that gets a bit weird at some point in the presentation, but we're not doing dead air. We're just waiting for you guys to type your questions and things in there. So if you get this, we're waiting patiently. So it's great to have you here, and please do let us know where you are from. I'm just going to chat. Now this workshop will go for about 45 minutes depending on the amount of questions that you have, and hopefully you've got some excellent ones lined up for the lovely Lisa. I thought we'd kick off the workshop by introducing both of us. I think most of you know who I am, but I'll tell you anyway, because I do like to talk. So I'm Trudy Simmons from the Daisy Chain Group, and what I do is support women entrepreneurs to achieve their dreams by downloading your brains and creating actionable steps and holding you accountable to achieving those goals. It's about finding your potential and then fulfilling it. My clients can be earning around the six-figure incomes, and are those women that started with me that were just like you in the beginning. They needed to find their potential for themselves and then wanted to smash out their goals, which is what I help them do. So game on, everyone. I wanted to let you know how we came around to doing this webinar as well. In what I do in helping people to get things done, well, I realised that everybody was asking about automation and what they could do to make things easier for themselves, so they weren't doing it all by themselves. So I looked at investigating the different systems that were out there and found quite a few. Infusionsoft, Ontraport, ActiveCampaign being the biggest ones that I've seen around. And looking at the comparisons that are out there with Google, we love a bit of Google, don't we? There's a lot of comparisons that have been out there with videos and checklists of what each of them offer. Every system that I looked at, Infusionsoft came out on top. And although it's more expensive, there are definite reasons for that, and that's what I wanted to then go and see the system for myself. And to let you know that I haven't invested in Infusionsoft as yet, but I know that this year is the year that I'm going to have to do that. And when I realised that I wanted to see the system. So then I went on a hunt to see who could show me the system and found the lovely Lisa. And not only is she in Australia, but she's in Sydney, which is fantastic. So we're sat together here in the same room. And Lisa, in the last year, has won an incredible award at the Infusionsoft Ultimate Marketer / Small Business Icon Award for 2014. And that award was judged by Infusionsoft, and she won that out of 3,500 people at the conference. So I knew that I'd be in safe hands if she was showing me the system. Why not get her to show other people who I knew would be interested? So I'm incredibly grateful that Lisa is here to share her knowledge with us. I just wanted to come back and see. You guys are enable chat box. That might be better. Hello, everybody. So we've got Sydney, Newcastle covered. Fantastic. Good to have you here this morning, and thanks for talking. So the lovely Lisa, please start with what you would like to go on with and introduce yourself.
Oh, wow. Thank you. What a lovely introduction. And good morning, everyone. It really is great to be here today and to just be sharing something that I'm super passionate about. And any of you there's a few of you on the call today who I already know, and you'll know that I'm really passionate about Infusionsoft. So you will have heard me go on and on about it at various networking functions over the last year or so. So I'm just thrilled to be here and to be able to tell you and show you without you guys having to go through all the salesy stuff that Infusionsoft will put you through. So, but I'll give you a little bit of background about me and how I came to this incredible tool. I've spent 20 years working in international hotels for in their marketing departments, and about 7 years ago, my husband said to me, "Look, instead of making all that money for those hotels, how about you come and join the family business and help grow that?" And the family business is, of course, you've heard on the screen, it's Clean Corp, and that's a business that my husband started 20 years ago. When I joined it, it was a great little business, but it wasn't really going anywhere fast. And the first week I was there, I realised that it didn't have any systems or processes in place to get the job done. And coming from big hotels, systems and processes are sort of what I work on. And so yeah, I figured that time to get a change in place for Cleancorp. I started looking for a tool to do that.
Aww.
And I wanted to share my family with you as well because, like a lot of you on the call today, I'm a mum and I'm busy. As you see, I've got 3 gorgeous daughters and a very cute little puppy, and a hot husband too. And if I wanted to be able to work in the business but have more time with my family. So, I think that's something that we all share. The business challenges, and these were some of the challenges that we faced early on when I joined Cleancorp. It was that we didn't have enough leads, and I couldn't figure out, we have this great service, this great product, why aren't people interested? We didn't follow up with anyone. There wasn't, once we had a customer, there was no follow up with them. And I'm guessing, some of you on this call may have some of these same challenges because they're not unique to cleaning. These are challenges that businesses all over the world face every single day. And so I guess today, I want to dive a little bit deeper on those challenges and show you how you can overcome those challenges really simply. So this is me. Oh, this is a very big day for me when we won the Small Business Icon Award.
And I think the biggest check that's ever been handed over.
Yeah, the check was huge, absolutely enormous. As you can see it there in the photo. And winning this award has led to a lot of great opportunities. It's brought a lot of things my way, and which has just been awesome. But the best part is that I get to share my passion about this tool and this product, and show it to other people so they can sort of get on board as well and put it to work in their own business. That's me. I had to do a speech in front of over 3,500 people, telling them about our business and telling them what marketing strategies we use and what have you. And my husband's there in the background. And I can tell you, it was certainly very daunting that day, but we got the job done. Since then, I have co-authored a book with Brian Tracy, which I'm thrilled, actually, news to you as well, Trudy, that with this book, Power Principles 2, it hit the Amazon bestseller list at number 5.
That's amazing.
I know. I just got a message in yesterday from the publisher. So number 5 on the Amazon bestseller list. And I wish I had a hard copy with me to show you right now, but I don't. I also appeared on Brian Tracy's show, America's Premier Expert, and he invited me to join him for a segment where I was talking about automation and what it can do for your business. So yeah, the show just aired in November last year on NBC, Fox, CBS, and ABC, which was super awesome. Yeah. So that's a little bit about me, and I guess what led me to win that award and to get people like Brian Tracy interested in what I'm doing is that I look at the whole idea of business differently. I'm looking at a way, how can I systemize something? How can I make it simpler, easier, and more effective? And what you're looking at here up on the screen is just a glimpse of one of the campaigns I wrote for Cleancorp. And I've put it in this order because it's a lot easier just for you to read it rather than showing the whole campaign.
Do you usually have it on those mind maps?
Yeah, I normally have it on a mind map, which Trudy has seen my mind maps.
It's a spider web.
Yeah, it's scary. It's scary how that works. But this is just a very simple 20-step program, a campaign that I put together for Clean Corp, just for when we did a quote. And as you can see, you know, there's a lot that goes in there. Now, some of you may be looking at how you approach your quotes, and you know, if you've got a prospect that comes into your sales and marketing funnel, how much work do you do to get them across the line? And by that I mean, what are you doing that's turning that prospect into a customer? And I hope I'm not being too presumptuous here, but most of my clients that I deal with are lucky if they get to point number 5. And
yeah, that sounds about right.
So, and you can see, you know, people aren't ready to buy when you're ready to sell, and that's something that they may have put their hand up on to join one of your webinars. They may have watched a replay. They may have done, you know, any number of things, but they may not just be ready to jump in and spend money with you. And that's at that point in time. That's not to say that a month down the track or 2 months down the track or whatever, they may not be ready to take that next step with you. If you don't keep in front of them, they really will forget about you. And I'm sorry to say, no matter how good your website looks, if you don't keep in front of your prospects, that's what's going to happen. So this little program here, this little campaign is designed specifically to stay in front. Okay, so Catherine's just saying that the sound quality isn't very good. So Catherine, I'm hoping that that's a little bit better for you now, that you can hear me a bit better now. Okay, Dina, ladies, if you can just let me know if that's better for you now. Can you hear me now? Okay, great. So I probably need to speak a little louder too.
It's probably my booming voice.
Yeah. Trudy's got the lovely big booming voice. So yeah, so this is what a really good campaign looks like, and I will run it through on Infusionsoft with you. So to make a long story short, I am now an Infusionsoft certified partner, which means that I help other people and I set them up. I get them all organised on Infusionsoft, and not only that, I help them with the marketing and the strategy that goes behind it, which is a very important part. And I started my business, Automation Queen, to help other business owners, help other small business owners achieve the results that they want.
And I love that about your background, is that it's not just, oh, I'm going to go and find a piece of software and then sell it to people. You've got the marketing knowledge and the strategy behind that to be able to make sure that the software does what it needs to do to make you successful.
Yeah, and look, that is quite an important point to sort of to make here at this on the webinar, is that when you're putting it, whether or not you implement Infusionsoft or any other system that's out there, remember that the strategy is a really super important part of the overall campaign. To give you an example, I put together birthday card campaigns, which that's pretty simple stuff, right? You find out your prospect's birthday and you send them a card on that day. But what I do, and here's where strategy comes into it, is you plan a campaign that has more than one birthday card, of course, but I plan it in sort of 3 yearly gaps. And so the first year, your prospect gets their card right on the day. Lovely card from you, that's all good. But the second year, the campaign sends the card late, and I do that deliberately, because guess what? If you get a birthday card, a belated birthday card from someone, someone you're doing business with, and that card says, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Sonia, I forgot your birthday," but then I remembered. And can you see how that would have an impact on that prospect? Because they think, wow, I am important. I'm important enough that she forgot and she didn't let it go and let it slide. She still sent me a card. Now that's all. I automate all that, but that's just a tiny little example of something that you could do, where you can put some really cool strategy in there that no one, except all of us on the webinar, will ever know.
I love that. Tip number 1.
Tip number 1. So it's all about the customer life cycle. And that's that for all of us. The customer life cycle is about how we attract a client, how we sell to them, and then once we've got them, how we wow them. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about that. So attract, sell, and wow is what it's all about. There you go. I wondered where that went. Okay. Yeah, and it'll help you grow sales and save time. So phase one is attract. So when you're attracting, obviously you're targeting. You want to attract interest in the program that you're offering, or in your business, and then you want to be collecting leads. And the most effective way to target is obviously web forms and landing pages. And I know that all of you here on the webinar are very au fait
savvy,
with and savvy. Yes, that's a good way to put it. With web forms and landing pages. Here is just a couple of examples of some landing pages and web forms that this one here offers a downloadable report. And what we do with automation is when they download it, all of that, the first name and the email address goes straight into Infusionsoft, and then it kicks off the campaign to that person. So, oh yeah, there's a better sign. And then here's another one. This one here is offering a free gift. So, the way you attract someone, it can be a myriad of different ways to do that. I could have a whole webinar on how to do that. Secret weapons, gifts, free reports, all things like that are all awesome. And the other thing that I'm really loving at the moment is the audits. I'm seeing quite a few clients starting to offer, a free audit, and that is getting really good traction. So it's where you offer someone the opportunity to audit their business, or as a coach, maybe audit some part of their life, and that can be just a series of questions, and all of that can be automated. So that's another effective way of doing it. So once you've got them into your funnel, you want to sell to them, and selling to them in today's economy is not sell. It's much more about educating them, helping them, and giving them results in advance, and showing them how you can help them without really asking for money up front. Because if you show someone you can help them, and they will want to work with you. They will want to work with you. That's how things work these days. So once you're educating them and you've helped them, you've given them some results in advance, then you can make them an offer, and then from the offer, then you take them to the call.
I think as well with coaches and consultants in particular, with the education part, it's about connection as well. So when you've created that connection and given them the results before you sell to them, people appreciate it so much more.
That's so true. And the thing is that in this day and age, there are a myriad of coaches and consultants out there, all over Facebook, all over Google. So you need to be standing out, and the way that you provide education and help people and talk to them, and maybe put some of your hardships and difficulties out there as well, and share with people, that makes them trust you so much more, and they start to like you, and once you've established that trust in you as a brand, as a company, and in your services, then people will really start to take action with you. And a very, very simple way of doing that is having a campaign designed specifically to build trust with your prospects. So CRM. Now, CRMs are all things that will take data. So Infusionsoft is CRM, Entreport's a CRM. There's so many of them out there, and a lot of people go, oh, I know I need one, but I don't know what it does. I don't know how can it help me. I'm not very technical. I'm not computer savvy. I'm not tech savvy. And let me tell you, when I started on this whole odyssey with Clean Corp, I wasn't techie either, and I would still say that I'm not techie. I know what I need to know to get the job done, and I think that that's an important point, because if you feel like you've got to have a a degree in computer science to operate a CRM. You don't.
Yeah.
You definitely don't need that. And the great thing is that the technology is just getting better and better every day. So they make things as easy and as simple as possible, so that even people like me can operate them. So a CRM is essentially where you store all of your contact information, your contracts, your data, your emails, everything about your client. You have in one spot, and by having a CRM, it means that you don't have to have that chaos of multiple systems. And where you might keep something on an Excel spreadsheet, you might keep something else in a filing cabinet, and something else on another system on your computer. But none of those systems talk to each other, and that's a hassle, and it's chaotic, and it costs you time. So let's
cost you time.
So let's take a look at just some of the things that you can do, and then I'm going to jump straight into the actual app itself and take you through it. But for coaches and consultants, being able to target groups of people. So you may be a coach who deals with a few different areas. You might coach people in a mastermind. You might coach people one-on-one. You might coach people one-to-many. And you want to be able to know who is in which group, and you want to be able to talk to each group specifically about what interests them, what they want to know, and what's going to help them. Whereas if you speak to all of the people in your CRM with the same message, it just you won't hit your target. You really need to get that message across and to have it as finely tuned as possible. And that's when you start to see, the needle moving when you're talking to your prospects about things that they're specifically interested in. And then applying tags. So what I do is I set up tagging conventions so that if you've got a coaching client that comes through and you want to know some information about them, you want to know what's going on with how many clients they've got or what type of thing they're interested in, you can tag them, and those tags will give you a lot of information that you can use further down the track. So you can use tags to label clients, prospects. They watched a video, they attended your webinar, they watched the replay of your webinar. Those sort of things are very, very useful, because then you can do searches on those tags and you know exactly who did what when.
And what part they are in your campaign as well.
Yeah, and you can use those tags to start and stop a campaign. So for example, if you had someone who watched a replay of your webinar, we can use that tag to start a specific campaign which will say, hey, so sorry that you missed our webinar, but I'm thrilled that you actually had time to watch it. And I wanted to reach out and see if you had any more questions. That is really targeted, and that gets the message straight to the person, and it makes them think, that prospect thinks, wow, Sonia, you saw that I was, watching that, and you're interested, and you sent me this email. It doesn't look automated, it doesn't feel automated, because we have all these tags, and we can see what the prospects are doing, so we can be talking to them about those things.
Even if, and a lot of people around me use Infusionsoft, so I can see that it's powered by Infusionsoft, and I get the email. But as soon as it says, hi Trudy, thanks so much for blah blah, thanks.
I know.
I know,
and I'm exactly the same. I am exactly the same. And it's funny, because it frustrates me if I receive something from someone and it's not like that. Do you know what I do? I send them an email. I send them an email and say, hey, I'm a person.
My first name is.
Yeah, my first name is. So, okay, so phase 3, real quick, is deliver and wow, offer more, and get referrals. And that's what it's all about. Once you've got someone as your client, you want to be delivering to them. I mean, I worked with a coach a couple of years ago, and she was just incredible. Because she knew her own program that she was taking me through, she automated to that program. So as we went through the steps together, after each call, I'd get an email, and it'd be a bit of a roundup. And I thought to myself, wow, she's so super organized. But it was all automated through Infusionsoft. So that's something that you guys could think about too. Plus offering more. Once you have a happy client, having, offering them more. What else can you offer them that's going to help them achieve the results that they want, or the transformation that they want? And then finally, referrals. We all love referrals, and you want to have a process, a system that will, deliver those referrals to you on a consistent basis. And I hope that you can see through all of this that you can have consistency through every facet of your business by adopting this attract, sell, and wow philosophy. Because your responsibilities as a business owner are getting and keeping clients. And keeping clients is really all about loyalty. And why will they be loyal to you? Because you treat them like a trusted friend, an excellent client,
an individual.
An individual. You don't talk to them and treat them like a number or a group. And loyalty, it's like it says here, it's a willingness of someone, a customer, an employee, a friend, to make an investment or a personal sacrifice in order to strengthen a relationship. And loyal customers, we all know this, they add so much value to businesses. And they love, people love sharing their success stories. Which leads me to retention. If they're successful, you're going to retain clients, and that's going to help you grow your business. Plus, you'll win raving fans. So here's the roadmap, and I'm really keen to get you into the app to show you. But this is just a quick roadmap to like how I work my programs and campaigns. Is you drive the traffic, you offer some value. You capture some information about the prospect, which would be the email and their name, and then you can use key questions to qualify the prospect. I do that by putting a few tricky little questions on thank you pages, just so that I can find out a little bit more. And then if they're qualified, then contacting them and delivering insights, offering immediate calls to action, things like that. So I won't go through all of those, but you can see there's quite a few steps to take, but they're all easily done and easily automated. And the secret sauce, of course, is to make it happen automatically with an all-in-one system with automated follow-up. And of course, that's what Infusionsoft does. So I'm going to just pass the computer over very briefly to Trudy, because she's going to bring up my app, and I'm going to get started on that for you.
Now, just bear with us here. We're going to do a bit of a screen share swap. Oh, no, that's not it. Sorry.
Okay, and we're back. Great. Okay. So what I'm going to show you today is it's just a little tiny campaign that I've put together, and this campaign is specifically for coaching. Great. Okay. So just bear with me for 1 second. Let's see what the campaign says. So we are live in my Infusionsoft sandbox, which is where
just let me do that. Sorry, we are live in Infusionsoft.
Okay, so and I'm going into the campaign builder, which is where all the magic happens, and where I want to show you this little coaching scenario that I put in. Okay, so now this is a very simple campaign, and you can see here I've got my existing coaching clients, and send them an email saying Happy New Year, send them a journal as a gift, send them an email with a link to survey. So let me just show you inside. That's just an overview. This is where it all happens. So the email that I'm going to send them go. Okay. So we put the email in and we say, okay, I want to send this particular email on the first of the year. So in this case, it's 2014. I want to send it at 8 in the morning. So that's the first thing. You can really get the timing down to exactly when you want to deliver something. And then here, this is what I'm going to send them. Okay. So you can see here, it's an email that I've just dummied this up. So it's not a real email. But you can see, wow, it's 2015. Thanks for doing business. And as your business coach, I'm excited as you are with growth and expansion. So I'm talking to them like I'm having a conversation with them. I want to book in, the objective for this one is I want to get an appointment booked in. So I put a link in here so they can choose a date and time that works for them. Now, having this link here means that, number one, it's easy for the client, and there's not that backwards and forwards tic-tac-toe with diaries, which is such a hassle. And also, as the consultant, you can say, well, you might say, I've got children, and I only work from 9 until 12, Monday to Wednesday. So you can make your calendar only accept appointments in that time, and the rest of the time it shows as you're busy. It makes it look like you're super busy. The other benefit of this is that on the client's contact record, you can see that they've clicked it. So it's a little bit ninja. If you're wondering what's going on with your client, you can always see what action they've taken with you, and that's really cool. Now, all of this can be personalized, obviously, with logos, your branding. You can put images in here. It's very, very simple. And here are the snippets. And if I want to do something, I could pop the image in here. And then it says, well, what image do you want to put in there? And I'll say, oh, I haven't got any images loaded up at the moment. But that's all I need to do. So I just select the image from here, insert, and boom, it goes up. And I can decide if I want it on the left, center, right. I can do height changes, all sorts of different things just to, there we go. But that's how easy it is to do it. If you want to put in, let's say you wanted to pop in a YouTube video, okay? Yeah. You can just do the same thing. So you just pull that down, and then it'll ask you the video ID, and you put it in. It is so easy to use as far as usability for someone. And again, you do not need to be a tech head to make this happen for you. Now, if you want that image gone, there's the delete button. Boom. If you want to drag something around, you can drag it around. I mean, it's very, very simple. If you want to put a paragraph in, it's the same thing. You just pop the paragraph in there, and then you just type over the top of it. Okay, so formatting, all the regular formatting that you'd all be used to, it's all here. Now, up here, spam score. Infusionsoft keeps track of spam so that you get the highest delivery rate possible for your messages. And what that means for you is that you don't want to do an email out that won't be delivered. If it's full of, extra special free offers, and there's certain spammy words that Google doesn't like, and the various companies don't like, then that spam score will go up. But 0.9 is very low. Now, you can, from the contacts owner, you can say, I want it to be from me, or it can be whoever owns that contact. So if you've got more than one person in your coaching or consulting business, you might say, well, I want half of the emails to go from one person and half to the other. You can easily do that. And the email, that's just the email of the contact record or your prospect. And then merge. You can put all these different merge fields. So the merge fields come up, and you decide, okay, well, I want to put in Happy New Year contact first name. Just so simple. Well, you might want. Let me just do one live for you. So for me, I often say, because I think that's a friendly way of saying hi there, and that's it. That's all I do. Hi there, contact first name, and then in here the company name. That would be their company that goes in there, and put it something like this. So company name goes in there. So you see, there really is just so many things you can do. Oh, that's one other thing I want to show you too with the merge fields. We have what we call custom fields. You see these contact fields here. Now, custom fields are very, very useful fields so that we can fill in emails according to what you want to put in them. Now, for coaches and consultants, this is super, super important because you want to have your programs, times of appointments, dates of appointments, and like the consultant, you want to put that in, well, you can do it. All we do is we just add it in. We just pop it like that. We say date of next program, date of appointment, and the consultant's name, and that all of that information will be pulled from the contact record and put into your email, exactly where you want to put it.
Right.
Okay, so so that's just one super simple thing. And layout and style. So layout, here you can decide whether you want headers, footers, how you want your page to look. So it's very individualized. And then you can have all these different colors for your backgrounds to make it look, you know, like fit in with your branding, your colors. Or you might just want, this is one I'm loving at the moment, sending things out in simple text. And I'm sure many of you on the call today will be receiving texts and, sorry, not texts, emails from marketers all over the world. And you'll see that this is what they're doing now.
Wow.
They're taking out all of the branding. So the branding would be the first 1 or 2 emails that you get will get some heavy branding, and after that they're going to pull it right back, strip it right down. And I mean, here's another ninja thing for you in case you like a bit of marketing strategy along the way. In the cleaning business, we have some great emails that go out, and they look. I've even set them up to look like I've sent them from an iPad. So I use this, and then just a second. Come down here. So instead of that, I'll say Jane Smith Coaching Bureau. Coaching Bureau. Okay. Now, what that does is people see that with, and it's a clean email. It hasn't got branding and what have you. And if you know, when you set it up with all of these custom fields, Jane, that means that the email that Jane Smith is sending to her coaching client, well, the coaching client gets it and goes, oh my God, Jane just punched that one, you know, she just put that into her iPad and sent it to me. She's unreal.
I want to say sneaky, but I love it.
Yeah, it's ninja.
Yeah, ninja.
It's ninja. And look, these are things, they're tiny little things inside of your campaign that make a huge amount of, yeah, for the visual presentation. We look so serious.
Sorry, Sonia, for looking so serious.
Sorry about that.
We're concentrating.
So yeah, so that, I mean, look, that's just one of the things you can do, and you can also send things, you know, sent from my iPhone. That's another one, and I've got to tell you that the traction that gets is enormous because of that last line, and because the email is so personalised, and yet it's all automated. So I hope you can see, you know, the benefit of that type of idea, and maybe that's something that you guys could use in your
And
business.
this is what's interesting as well, to be able to see, because this to me looks like the beginnings of a strategy.
Yeah, exactly.
To run the campaign.
Exactly. So it's like putting it out on the canvas, and you know, as I said, this is super, super simple. But figuring out, okay, and one of the questions that we ask a lot when we're working with clients, well, okay, if a client does, if a prospect does this, what next? What's next? What's the next step? Where's the next step? Now, the step might be, okay, they've booked an appointment, or in this case, they haven't booked an appointment. So you need to, you need to be looking at if they do what you want them to do, but you also need to be marketing towards if they don't. So this one, so this one is, where, Jane, the coach, is saying, hey, it's time to get back to reality. My schedule's booking up fast. I don't want you to miss out. And here's the link to click here. So, this is just part of that whole idea of keeping on top of it, staying on top of it, making sure that you're helping them by reminding them, because your prospects' inboxes are absolutely jam-packed with emails every single day. So you're helping them. Now, one of the things that helps them too is this subject line. I haven't put much imagination into that one, but you could put in there, hey, contact name. Do that. My first one. That is, you're telling her, okay, I can't do that. I mean, make sure if you do that your calendar is, you want to make sure you update your calendar to show that you're fully booked. Otherwise, it might be a little bit awkward. Yeah, but this is something that having a great subject line here is going to drive your prospects to take some action with you. And
I think what I'm getting as well from seeing this is that, I know that I've heard this before, but again, this is about sinking in. Once you've done this once, it's done.
Yeah, that's right. You don't have to keep reinventing the wheel. Every time you want to add someone into your campaign, they're either going to be coming through via your web form, your landing page, or perhaps that they're a referral and they've called you out of the blue. In which case, if they are a referral, you can just pop their details straight into Infusionsoft, and I'll show you how easy that is to do. So we'll just come out of the campaign builder for a sec. Actually, no, you know what? I think we might stay here for a minute. So I just want to continue while I'm here to show you. So here's where we were. We sent them that Happy New Year email, and then we've actually put in a call to say thanks for being a client. So you can have those personal touches in there, and I would encourage you always to have some personal touches in there. I haven't actually popped it in there, but I've just put it on the canvas here. Send the journal as a gift.
So that sends a reminder.
That sends you a reminder. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't set it up. Yeah. That sends a reminder to you, and that reminder can be either, most of the reminders are email set up, and just says, hey, don't forget, you've got a call, and then we put all the custom fields in, so you don't have to go and search for the customer's number or details. We put it all in the email to you, so you go, oh, okay, I've got to do that today. So send a journal as a gift, and this is something that's like a fulfillment to remind you that you want to send a gift out. This client they've rebooked with you. You want to send them a journal because that's part of what you do with them as a coach. Maybe you're talking to them about journaling. Maybe it's some sort of special calendar. I don't know whatever that is for you, but you want to pop that in there, and that's again that's a task. And then I put in a little survey here, so you can have a survey. Maybe you don't know this prospect very well and you want to find out a little bit more about them. So you can send them an email, and you can put, there we go, there's the link, and that link could take you to a SurveyMonkey survey. So you can collect more data there, and that data can go straight into that contact record. And just, the more information you know about your prospect, the more you can talk to them and help them. I'm on a different computer. There we go. Okay, so here's the survey form. Now, I'll put a few different responses.
So is that a plugin from SurveyMonkey?
Yeah, you can just SurveyMonkey.
So then this collates the responses.
Yeah, or you can do on the survey form. Let's see if I do this. Okay, I can build my own survey in the. I can build my own survey just using a survey form here, a web form. Very, very simple, and it can have 5 questions. Now, just another little strategic trick for you to think about in the future is that often a one question survey will get you more information than a 5 question survey. And particularly if you're already working with someone, the question could be, would you recommend me to your friends, colleagues, relatives? Or are you happy with my services? Or are you getting, are you enjoying our sessions? Something simple like that. You have to, the prospects or the clients at that point, their time's valuable, but you can get some great insights. Or you can do it this way, where I've put down these questions, responded with a 1. So that could be a service. One's terrible, and one's fantastic, and 5 is terrible.
So if they respond with a 1,
yep,
it then triggers a different
email. That's right. That's right. And that's this here. This is called a decision diamond. So based on what they filled out on that survey form, the decision diamond looks at that and then gives individualized responses. Okay. So let me just have a look and see. So this one is to make a call. So 1 must have been terrible. That must have been how I figured it out, how I did it. Whereas here, if they responded with a yes, advise on the next program date. So these people love me. So the thing I'm going to do with them is I'm going to let them know when my next coaching program starts, because they are an excellent prospect. Okay, so. And then you can use the custom field to put in the date of your next program. So you see, so you only have to change one thing in your system. You just put in the next date program, and every time someone comes through this campaign, they're going to be offered. If they gave you a good score, they're going to be offered this. So does that make sense? I hope I'm explaining it all.
Can you guys start thinking about if you've got any questions as well, and start putting those in the chat box with the delay, just while we're.
Yes, because I think I've already gone over time, but I'll just really quickly, super quickly show you how to put a new contact in, and then we'll go straight to your question. So, you see here, you've got all this. Campaigns, you've got everything to do with this one. And what's going to come up is a dashboard. Now, dashboards are super cool things that you can use in your business. I don't have time to go through it today with you, but I'd just like to let you know that you can see where your business is at a moment's notice just with this, how many prospects, how many quotes are out there, how many new clients, how many lost clients, all of that. So to put a new contact in, save now. I forget that Infusionsoft has a very good memory. It remembers what the last thing. So there we go. Add a contact. So on the contact, add a contact. So I just want to show you what the contact record looks like. So here is just a little bit. Here's just it. So, and you can see all that information can go in there. Now, if your prospect comes off your web forms, well then obviously some of this information will be filled out for you in advance. And then you've got extra tabs. You don't always, not everyone uses all those extra tabs, but there's plenty. This is where we put those custom fields specific to your business. That's where we put Yeah, so I could go on and on. Literally, I could be here talking to you all day about all the cool, but I don't want to overwhelm you. So, and I want to take some of your questions.
So just have a think about whether you've got any questions for Lisa while she's here. Shall I stop for a second?
Yes.
Please sing to yourselves while I do this.
Well, try not to look serious. So, so just to recap, automation, it will fix your follow-up failure. Okay, so you won't miss any follow-ups, you won't be late with any follow-ups. It will give you valuable insight and information on your prospects and your clients, and it will create a lot of time for you because all of these things I've shown you are very simple to set up, and they will save you so much time. It's all about having a system. A system save yourself some time, energy, and money.
And you made that up.
I did make that up.
I absolutely love it. I'm going to use it in every presentation.
You know what? Though, I see it everywhere now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I see it everywhere. It's funny, isn't it? Those sort of things really stick. And look, if you're interested in moving your business forward with Infusionsoft, I'd love to be the person to help you do that. And Infusionsoft, they've got fantastic customer service. They do icons, state-of-the-art help center, all of that sort of thing. So it's a great company to be working with. Now, this is what it normally costs. It's $2.99 a month to start per month, and then it's $19.99 for the Kickstart package. And the Kickstart package is where I get you all up and running, and we do some one-on-one calls, we get some strategy for your business, and really get something into the system that's going to really work for you and save you some money. So $2.99 and $19.99.
2,000?
Sorry, $299 a month, yep. And $1,999.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for pointing that out. And this is all the things that you get. We're running out of our time at the moment, but you do get a lot of value out of this package. If you want to take action today, there's all these cool extra things that Infusionsoft have given me to give to you. Ultimate Marketer Submission. Now, they gave me the old slide on this one. It's actually the 2014, not the 2012. And that's where all of the submissions for the Ultimate Marketer contest, so all of the companies that were finalists and best in class, all of their marketing strategies and campaigns are in there, and it is a fantastic resource. There's also videos and the Small Business Success Kit, which is all these cool interviews with marketers from all over the world. So they're great bonuses. But I don't think that you guys should be paying that price. And
what price do you think you should pay, Lisa?
No, well, look, it's just us. I mean, it's only us on the webinar, and I think we're all small business owners. So I sort of hit up Infusionsoft and asked them to give me some good deals for you guys, and they did. So instead of $19.99, you can pay $11.99 to get started, or you can have a two-pay, which is $600, and the $249 a month, they brought it down. Sorry, the $299 a month, they brought it down to $269 a month. So that's a big saving. That's $800 off the Kickstart package and $30 a month off for life. So that's going to save you a lot of money. And look, it's a great system. I'd really encourage you to if not Infusionsoft, invest in a system that's going to do everything for you and save you some money and get you where you want to go for 2015.
And the two payments, how long between those payments?
30 days. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. 30 days. So it's you can sort of get ready to sign up. Do you want to put that up? You can do it today. Sign up today. This offer, by the way, it's only available for January. So if you want to take it up, please can you just let me know, and I can sort of put one aside for you, even if you're not ready to, you want to think about it, or you don't want to commit just yet. If you let me know that you're interested, then I'll be able to hold it for you.
Just in the chat box, there are 2 tabs over. There's a pop-in, and if you look in there, the special offer is in there to be able to link through to lovely webinar listeners.
And if you don't link up that way, you can always just contact me. We've lost our slide.
We've got our last slide.
No, there were no slides.
No, it's not happening.
Okay, all right. So if you'd like to find out more about Infusionsoft, or get me to put one aside for you at this special rate, the rate is only valid until the end of January. So if you want to get on top of it, please contact me. Seeing as my slide's not there, I'll give you the details. It's Lisa, Lisa, at creativeautomation.com.au. So Lisa at creativeautomation.com.au.
That will go out in the email as well.
Yeah. And Sonia's just asked, when you link to a calendar for booking appointments, was that to an external calendar? That is to an external calendar. I use Appointment Core, which is just fabulous. And it works.
So that's one of the ones along the line of Time Trade, Calendly.
Yes. And you know what? There are quite a few. So that they work really well, and it just saves you a lot of time. Now, are there any other questions? Has anybody got any questions? I hope I've helped, lift the veil a little bit on Infusionsoft.
Well, what I've really seen, it's one of the first things that you talked about, was that people aren't ready to buy when you're ready to sell.
Yeah.
And to have that in my head now, it becomes even more apparent that having all this automated, it means that I don't have to think, and if I don't have to think, I'm much happier.
Yeah.
It suits me so much better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this time of year, people are saying, okay, I need a coach, I need to do this, I need to do that, and they're all fired up, and they're contacting, they're sending out, they're filling out landing pages left, right, and centre. Problem is, in a week or two, when they're back at work and they're busy and what have you, they've forgotten that they even needed that, and that's why you need to stay on top.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been really interesting to see the software, because I haven't seen it before. I've heard a lot of people talking about it, and I've heard people say how complicated it is, and people say that it's saved their business.
Yeah.
So I understand that there's a lot of strategy behind all this that needs to be filled in before it works. But once you've done it, you've done it.
It's in place.
I'm so excited, Lisa.
I know. It's in place. I mean, it literally this system took our struggling cleaning business from a mess to multiple millions of dollars inside of 3 years. So it can be done. I mean, there we go. Yeah. So it can be done, and it's possible. And I'd love to help anyone. Actually, Melissa asked the question: is the Infusionsoft branding always at the bottom of the email? The emails that you've been looking at, I haven't made any changes to them, which is why you're seeing so much more branding than normal. You always have to have the unsubscribe at the bottom, but the Infusionsoft branding, you've got your own branding that goes down the bottom. I hope that answers that question.
Oh, you were, sorry, Kelly's just asking me a question there, that she's already using Infusionsoft but had so much more to learn, which I think that a lot of people, that's the stage they get to.
Yeah.
And honestly, what I hear a lot is, I've got Infusionsoft, I paid less money, I went through Infusionsoft, but they can't get the support, they can't get the customer support, they can't get the communication from them to help them with what they're stuck with.
Right.
So do you have that?
And that is because Infusionsoft they will set you up when you're a brand new customer, but once that setup's finished, it's over. and that's where companies like like my company, Creative Automation Queen, we take you all through the process. So not only do I sell Infusionsoft and do your system startup and implementation, but also take you on that journey and show you how to do it, what needs to happen next. And look, some of my clients don't want to do it themselves. They want me to do it for them because they're busy, their money, their time spent doing other things more valuable. So you can work through a certified partner, and only work through a certified partner because we have to go through rigorous testing by Infusionsoft to become partners. So Kelly, just to answer, if you need to learn more, you can also go on webinars. There are great webinars that Infusionsoft does. You go to infusionsoft.com/help. You'll see all of the webinars that they do each week, and that's another great way to learn if you're interested about that.
And also, do you offer packages where people can buy 4, 6, or 10 hours with a person that can help them set it up?
We do.
Right.
That depends on your needs, and it's sort of on a case-by-case basis, because some, if you need detailed e-commerce and what have you, that's going to be obviously a lot more. So packages are available, and I'd be very happy to, if you want to reach out to me, I'd be very happy to talk to you about those packages moving forward.
People have got to go.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry we have gone over time. Thank you everybody for joining us.
It's been really interesting to see it, and I hate to say I'm so sold, because I needed to see this, and I wanted other people to see it, so I hope it's been helpful for other people as well. But I'm sold.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Thanks,
have a great
Lisa.
day.
Okay, thanks. Bye.